All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a couple of Houston Rocket trades. I'm just gonna react to them. One of them's from Bleacher Report, the other is from Twitter. We're gonna start off with the Bleacher Report one. Now, I haven't looked at either of these trades except for this Bleacher Report one, and this is what gave me the motivation to do this video because I saw it, and I just cannot wait to read the logic behind it. All right, so the Charlotte Hornets receive Christian Wood, and the Houston Rockets receive PJ Washington and the 11th pick. Now, my opinions out of this right away is it's not enough for Christian Wood. The article's probably going to say you got to realize, Christian Wood's value at this point hasn't played a full healthy season yet, and you probably want to get some value out of him before he hits free agency, something like that. The thing is, I really like PJ Washington. I was very high on him coming out of the draft because he's a guy who can do a little bit of everything. I actually drafted him in my fantasy team his rookie year, so I'm very pleased with PJ Washington. But the 11th pick to me, although it is a very deep draft, this trade would maybe be a little more enticing. Say the Rockets did not have a first-round pick, or say they fell to like the 4th pick. I would be more interested in this because I then would want to package the 4th and the 11th pick to possibly move up to 1 or 2 or something like that. But let's go ahead and read this description. All right. If the Rockets are realistic about the size, scope, and schedule of their post-James Harden rebuild, they might admit Christian Wood isn't the ideal player to lead it. He turns 26 this offseason, meaning he'll be playing his best basketball, assuming he isn't already, long before the rest of this roster is ready. It's a fair point. Houston might want to cash in this trade chip now, especially for this type of return. PJ Washington offers enough two-way versatility to fit whatever blueprint the Rockets choose to follow. That's a pretty good point. Having a second lottery pick and 4th first-rounder, Houston already owns 2, 23, and 24, could allow the franchise to lay down a big chunk of its next chapter foundation. All right, I guess that's not too bad of a point. I guess he was one of 4 players to average 20 points, 9 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 triple. So Christian Wood's very versatile. Now, I've made videos on trading Christian Wood before, and I gotta say, I think I'm dead wrong on my thoughts on trading. There was a part last season when he was injured when I was like, maybe we should look into trading Christian Wood. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think it's right now. If Christian Wood turns out to be a max contract player, then I don't think too many people would be upset with paying him max contract money. If not, you're going to get some good value back for him. The other thing is, if he isn't worth max contract money, that's kind of a good thing. My outlook on Christian Wood's future is I think he's a perfect number 3 option on a championship team. So KPJ, hopefully he continues to develop. If they get Cade Cunningham, if they get Jalen Green, even if they get Evan Mobley, hopefully that might be the second option or the first option, who knows. But I think Christian Wood, keeping him in the offseason, at least until the trade deadline, I mean, you'll still be able to get some value for him, obviously, at the trade deadline. This guy makes literally $12-13 million a year, so he's on one of the best and most team-friendly. I mean, Kyle Kuzma makes the same amount of money as him, so it's like, it's not really the end of the world if you don't trade him this offseason, and like I said, it's just not enough value back. All right, this next trade I have yet to look at. It is the Los Angeles Clippers get John Wall, Houston gets Patrick Beverley expiring, Serge Ibaka PO expiring, and Detroit's 2024 second rounder. Houston also generates a $20 million TPE, and the Knicks get Luke Kennard and the worst of Houston's 2022 first rounders out of the Houston Brooklyn versus Miami swap with Miami swap rights. Honestly, if they did this trade, it would be probably somewhat ideal. I don't know if it's my delusion to the Houston Rockets or if it's my delusion to Chris Paul, probably a combination of both those two. I feel like there's better deals out there for John Wall that might sound just absolutely crazy. I don't really mind having Patrick Beverley and Serge Ibaka, to be completely honest, but anytime you trade away a first-round pick, it definitely is not friendly for me, but I guess it is the worst of their 2 first-rounders next season, so it's not the end of the world. This actually isn't too bad of a trade. Patrick Beverley could make his reunite here in Houston, but man, I don't think that I'm not quite sure that the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to be the ones who would. I don't think that they would want to get Kennard, but I'm just never really a fan of letting first rounders go. I'm just not. Honestly, I'm not really. That's tough, man. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. Once again, let me say it again for you guys. The Clippers get John Wall. Houston gets Patrick Beverley on an expiring Serge Ibaka and Detroit's 2024 second rounder. And then the Knicks get Luke Kennard and the worst of Houston's two 2022 first rounders. So I don't know, man. This is a tough one. This will be really good for a debate. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Go ahead, drop a comment. But most importantly, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the sub button. I believe it's the fourth quarter of Game 4 right now. So we're going to go see how this game ends up. But peace.